What is up, YouTube? Brandon here. Today we're going to be going over my favorite ship that I've built in Starfield. This is a little dogfighting combat ship, although it has a little bit of payload in the back, so you can smuggle some stuff, but its primary purpose is as a fighter. So let's go through it. We'll do a quick tour of it. We'll go through my talents and the crew I'm using, and we will also show some dogfighting footage and then go through the actual build process. So yeah, this is a fun little ship, and I've used it for about 2 weeks now with no modifications, which is unheard of. So yeah, let's get in. We'll do a quick tour. Alright, so starting out here in the front, we're using the Stroud. It's the CP100 cockpit, but we'll go through it, all the parts specifically in the build. I really like this cockpit because it's nice and open, similar to the Cabot C3 and C4 bridges, but this one isn't nearly as heavy and it's only one story. So I really like that. We have the captain's locker over here, and we have the cargo hold over here. This one holds about 957 cargo with my current talents, which is definitely acceptable considering the other capabilities of the ship. Moving on back, we have the Stroud computer core. I picked this one because it has the storage crate, and it's right here in this easy to access position. Normally the storage crate has a cargo capacity of 150, but I've console commanded mine to have unlimited cargo space. The only trouble with that is that you have to do that command every time you do any modification to the ship. It resets it. Moving over to this side, we have the Nova Galactic Infirmary. I really like the Nova Galactic Infirmary because it looks like an actual operating theater. The other ones kind of have an industrial look to them. This one looks like it could actually be in a hospital. Front, we have a nice little window just to see out. Yeah, I just really like this this piece, and it comes with pharmaceutical lab and research lab, so we have those research things covered. Going over to the other side, we have the Nova Galactic Workshop. We have the industrial workbench, weapon workbench, and the spaceship workbench. And again, we have the front window. Sarah's pissed off at me because I killed a bunch of civilians.
If you can't apologize, then at least be succinct.
No, I won't apologize. We'll head over to the back. I normally want to avoid ladders, but in this case, this ladder is just to an all-in-one half, which will almost never be used, but I wanted the capability to do all the crafting on this ship. So this one has a little galley in it, and you can do cooking here. So if you ever need to do cooking, I haven't yet in this game, and I'm new game plus 10 at this point, but it's here in case you need it. And additionally, this Nova Galactic one comes with a cool little navigation console, so you can access the star map from here, which I just think is a cool little additional feature. Yeah, so that's it for the ship. Real small, but maintains 100% mobility and is able to do 180 base max speed because it's using quad white dwarf engines. So with those, you have to be very careful with mass. You can't go above 1,020 mass without losing some mobility. So we managed to stay under that, or just at that, and we have all the capabilities of a big ship minus the cargo capacity. So anyway, let's get into the perks and the crew, and then we'll do some dogfighting footage, and then we'll go through the build. All right, let's go through the stats. So this is 2880. I think it's 2560. Or no, 2650 by default with my current build and shield, but then because I think it's Omari, he boosts it a little bit further. So I'm running triple particle beams, they're super powered. The maximum mass you can have with the quad White Dwarf 3015s is 1020. If you have more than 1020 mass, then you lose 100% mobility. You want 100% mobility on here. So let's go through the crew real quick. We have Barrett, Omari, you can get him at Aquila City in the bar just as you enter, Zanko, Sarah, and Vasco. So that'll come into play when you look at the shields and the top speeds, etc. Alright, let's go through my talents real quick for my perks. So in this one we have astrodynamics, that's relevant to the starships, and anionic fusion, just the extra generator or reactor points to spend. In the tech tree we have 4-4 piloting, 4-4 targeting control, 4-4 engine systems, 4-4 payloads, 4-4 shields, 4-4 particle beam weapons, 4-4 starship design, and 4-4 starship engineer. So this is definitely an end game build, but it absolutely shreds. Alright, let's go to the key, and then we'll blast some pirates real quick, and then after that we'll cut to the build. And it's quite simple, but it's pretty fun. So let's head over to the key. We'll demonstrate the top cruising speed and the top boost speed, and then we'll tap the key to show us how to pirates on hardest difficulty, and you'll just see this makes it look easy. So let's allocate power correctly first. Alright, top cruising speed is 280, which is insanely fast, especially for a Class C ship. It's because we're running the White Dwarf 3015 engines. And then boost speed, let's see where we're at. It's, I think, 1100 something. Looks like about 1116 or so. So yeah, anyway, particle beams are cool, these ones, because they're magazines, so the power you allocate particle beams only influences their reload speed, not their total amount of damage done. So that's really nice. You can lower the power of the particle beams a lot, they still do the same damage, you just have to let time reset. So yeah, just real quick to show this is on, let's see, very hard, it's the hardest difficulty, and you'll see this absolutely shreds. Where's some bad guys? There's one. Let's get one far out to trigger the aggro.
Oh. Sarah, please. Good work dealing with those merchants in Freestar Space.
Oh, there's one.
And what? I read your report. They sent that.
So this will trigger all the other friends to come out and join the party.
Yes.
Oh.
You might want to run reports for spell check first. Oh, that's all.
Yeah, go and blow up a couple ships, allow your shields to reset, and then just go back and kill a couple more. just absolute easy mode. No skill required. Just fly at them, blow up a couple, boost through them, reset, rinse, repeat until all the bad guys are dead. Like, I've seen people say that it's not worth investing in Starship design. It doesn't give you that being able to easy mode. Yes, that's pretty much it. As you can see, no challenge whatsoever. All that's left is the turrets. So yeah, again, that's on the hardest difficulty and absolute cakewalk. So we will cut to the build. All right, here's the build. I've torn it apart pieces so it's easy to see. All these pieces on the left side, these can all be built at your Starship landing pad if you have one in your outpost, which I highly recommend. These parts you will get at Stroud Eklund at the showroom in Neon. A couple of the weapons you can actually get in your base as well, but just for ease, just buy all the weapons at Stroud. These two landing gears you have to go to Nova Galactic for on Titan. And these devices, the conduction grid, the comm spike, and the scan jammer multi-frequency, you need to get at either the key if you did the Crimson Fleet quest line and sided with Crimson Fleet, or wherever the alternative is if you sided with Sysdef. So yeah, let's just go through the unique parts over here first, and then we'll go through all this stuff. So for weapon systems, these are the 3 of the 4 best possible particle beams. We have the Vanguard Obliterator Auto Projector. We're running 6 of these, which are insanely overpowered. If you haven't done the Vanguard quest, then you can run the 250, I believe they're the MEV Auto Alpha Beams. Those are really good. They're a little bit different. All 3 of these types of weapons fire in 3-round bursts. The 250 MEV Auto Alpha Beams fire in single-round shots. So that's nice if you're trying to disable engines and stuff, you don't want to blow up the ship. But these are the ones I'm running right now. So yeah, 6 Vanguard Obliterator Auto Projectors, 3 Exterminator 95 MEV Auto Hellion Beams, and 4 PBO-175 Auto Hellion Beams. And we're running the Pinch 8Z Reactor. So you'll get all these at Sprout Eklund showroom in Neon. Next, the front landing gear. These are only available at Nova Galactic, so you're going to have to head to Titan for these in the Sol system. So Stroud Eklund is on Neon, which is in the Violi 2 system, I believe, and these are on Titan in the Sol system. Again, these 3 pieces, these are the NG-20 landing gear 4s, you're going to need 2 of them. These 3 specialty pieces, again, we already talked about. Alright, all these pieces that you'll get at your factory or at your landing pad, you're going to need 2 of the Nova radiators, you're going to need a Dymos Spline C aft, you're going to need the bumper both sides, you're going to need a 110 DP Docker on the bottom. You're going to need an Aurora 12G grav drive. This is more than adequate for everything you'll need. Weight is a very big concern with this ship. You can't go over 100 or 1,020 mass and maintain 100% mobility. That's the absolute maximum mass, so we're right on the edge for these quad engines. For fuel tanks, you're going to use Type 2 Titan 450 HE3 tanks. These are adequate if you have the Starship skills that I have. If you don't, you might need to shed some weight elsewhere and get higher capacity tanks, but for me, these allow me to go anywhere in the galaxy. Shield generator, you're going to use an Assurance SG-1800 shield generator. No contest, is the best one there is. You're going to use 2 200 cm ballast shielded cargo holds, 4 White Dwarf 3015 engines. These are special engines, and then they have a top speed of 180. No other engines have this, so these are really valuable. You're going to use 2 of the Hope Tech Types A mid. You're going to use 2 Hope 5 landing gears. You're going to use 2 of the Nova Cowlings at 2 LPF. You're going to use a Nova Galactic Infirmary. You're going to use a Stroud Computer Core. This gives you the storage chest. The Nova Galactic Infirmary gives you a research station and pharmaceutical station. The Nova Galactic Workshop gives you the 3 other things you need: the spaceship workbench, weapon workbench, and I'm blanking on the last one, just general workbench. And then the Nova Galactic All-in-One Berth gives you the cooking station and the cool little galactic star map. Moving on up, we're going to use the Viking CP100 cockpit. We're going to use a Nova Cowling 1L-TF, and then just some random accoutrements windows. 2 of the portholes forward, 2 of the portholes port and starboard, and then 3 of the top pieces. And the last piece is the Nova Galactic landing bay. So here's how I would go about assembling. I always start with the landing bay first, because it kind of anchors your build. So let's go. So let's go here. Kind of the structure of our ship here. So the core of the ship is the cockpit, the Galactic Infirmary on the left, Galactic Workshop on the right, and the Stroud Computer Core behind, and then the landing gear underneath them all. These go on both sides of that. Wings. Front, so you got a nice view on each side. These first just go here, just to give the engine a little bit of asymmetry. It looks kind of cool. The engines are mounted on all 4 of these spots. Lander, where the docking station goes behind that. The reactor goes behind that. Let's see how we want that. Yeah, I think that's right. cargoes go underneath. Okay, this goes on top here. Okay, yeah, I look at the parts. So this goes right to the top there. This goes here. And this connects to the back. 2 fuel tanks go on either side. Okay, these go in front of fuel tanks. This goes on the back. These go underneath, in front of the cargo. I tried to put them behind because it looks a little bit better and switch these, but the engines get in the way. There's a way you can bypass this and force this in place behind there, but I want to keep this build very simple so you don't have to use any old tricks. So that's that. Okay, shield goes in front here. Alright, now for landing gear. This landing gear goes, whoop. This goes under, right there on the inside. And then one of these goes in front. Same thing on the other side. This piece right there. Very good. This piece goes on the top center. Alright, I'm big on symmetry, so I always try to make sure everything is equal on each side. And back there, yeah. Okay, finally, the weapons, and these need to come in too. Okay, I think I had 2 on the back. 2. And then I had 2 on the wings, on the outside. And then I mirrored that on the bottom side. Yeah, it can get a little tricky when you're trying to go underneath. There we go. And then we have these 3, so we have one in the center, one on each side. And then we have these 4, so we have 2 on top, and then 1 on each side under the cockpit. Right, and then these pieces really annoy me because they're not symmetrical, but we do the best we can. We hide them underneath, and 1 on each side. So it's still relatively symmetrical, but not perfect, but you won't see it. This one. There we go. She's all done. So back to the neutral here. Yep. So that's it. That's all there is to building this little ship, and it'll absolutely shred everything. I've really enjoyed it. For almost 2 weeks now I've been using this ship, which is an unheard of amount of time without me tinkering. So yeah, I think I've kind of found the one I'm going to keep flying. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments.